What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. Matt Farah here, and today's episode is brought to you, as always, by Off the Record. We love Off the Record, and you guys do too, based on the number of emails I get from people who say that they completely got those points off of their record, defeating the government in court and getting those tickets dismissed. I love Off the Record. They're always looking out for me. I have full confidence when I drive on the highway that a qualified legal team in nearly any jurisdiction can look out for me if I get pulled over. So I don't plead guilty. I've got Off the Record, and you can get them too. Go to offtherecord.com/TST. That's offtherecord.com/TST, and you'll get 10% off all legal services using Off the Record. One more time, offtherecord.com/TST. Make sure you do it. Don't plead guilty, and we are looking out for you. All right, folks, on this episode of the show, we talk about Elon Musk's insane earnings call and the fact that electric pickup trucks are not doing so well. Plus, I've got a 4-round lightning round of podcasting with some of your favorite content creators from the Ascari circuit, including Chris Harris, Jason Fenske, Sam Fane, and Jack Holmes. And we have some amazing questions, including someone calling me out on the Smoking Tire Podcast. Those are cheap but far too expensive.
Yes, invaluable, but inexpensive. Right. Yes, but too expensive. They should be 2 cents.
They should be 2 cents. Instead, they're like 50 cents each or something. Yeah. That's almost as egregious as the foamies that go over the GoPros.
Oh, yeah. Those are $6 something?
Those should be 50 cents.
Yeah.
It's for those. Hi, everybody. You know what really grinds my gears?
Dude, I told you, the plastic push pins that hold my parts of my interior in are $4.95 each.
So this is really like, you want to talk about a good legal scam. And when I say scam, I don't mean like actually like doing crimes, but like when you like, it's like AI proof. You know what I mean? Like when you find like a little thing that people fucking need, and maybe ideally they use it for business, some kind of business. But we use these foamy covers for the GoPros, and they're just foam, like the shittiest foam possible, basically. And it covers the GoPros, but it's a pretty good when we get the exhaust audio clip.
It's a windstop, basically.
It's a windstop.
People used to glue little cat fur, not literal, but like they would glue that stuff to the top of their microphone.
Yeah.
And then they started selling ones that were pre-made with glue, and now you just wrap the whole thing in foam. It's like purpose-built for this.
Yeah, and up to about 80 miles an hour, pretty good.
Yeah.
Beyond that, not much hope for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, they must cost fractions of a penny to make, and they cost multiple dollars to buy. Mm-hmm. And they don't weigh anything. You can crush 20 of them into the size of a racquetball,
Yeah, shipping them costs nothing.
Making them costs nothing. Shipping them costs nothing, but if you need them.
And then there's like R&D, they had to cover that, but they covered that a long time ago.
Yes, the R&D of like someone had to 3D. We've been using the same one since GoPro 11.
That's very true.
You only need a new scan.
Yeah, they're kind of the same size and shape. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And look, my wife is now in the fucking cell phone cover business. So, like, I know the economics of this kind of shit. Anyway, hi. Another podcast. If you're with us 2 days in a row live, God bless you. Love it. I have a little more brain power today because I managed a fabulous sleep strategy.
I'm very impressed that you slept the whole flight, basically, and then were able to fall asleep on time.
I slept half the flight, but when I got home, I went for like a 1.5 mile walk with Hannah. Then I did cardio, 45 minutes. Then we went out to dinner, and I had an espresso at like 3 o'clock. And like by 9 or so, I was pretty much like tripping.
Yeah.
I laid down at 9:30, and I was fucking out until 5:50 a.m. So yeah, pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good. Pretty fucking smooth out and back.
Yeah.
If I was in Spain for a couple days longer, 5 days instead of 3, Because the one day I was on the ground there, the driving day, I was cracked out as
Yeah, you're just
fuck.
cranking coffee.
Dude, ripping espressos. When I left to go do the drive in the morning, like we left the hotel, it was still dark, and I was like loopy, real loopy. Didn't sleep great that night, and
adrenaline kicks in. Also, so I'm happy. I'm going to South Korea next week for some Hyundai stuff, and I'm glad it's a longer trip because I can kind of acclimate.
Yeah. But
also that means the return is going to be way worse.
Yeah. But here we is. I got things to fucking talk about. We did show and tell yesterday, and this cup holder replacement thing. I put it in the car. It's perfect fit for the cup, for the Porsche cup. The texture of the plastic is not. You can see there's a slight texture difference from one part to the other, but like. Honestly, like, doesn't really bother me. It's not.
And the cup holder, the new thing where it mounts, does it locks in? Because they took out like a change tray, right?
Yeah.
And does it lock in pretty well?
Yeah, it's in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not coming out. Yeah, it's like an install. So the cup holder itself is not coming out. And if the cup is in it, if you look on my Instagram, if the cup's in the thing. Obviously, it's like tall, and you have to sort of like backhand shift, just like a 992 or actually like a last gen Mustang, and that's annoying. But you still got the 2 on the dash.
You shift like you're reaching into a bag of chips, like at a party. You're like, oh yeah, I'll take a few.
Yeah, but if the cup is not in there, it doesn't get in the way at all, and in fact is a much bigger storage tray and will fit my phone standing up in there as well. Which is nice.
That is very handy.
And then also I've got the installed the Built by Basil ash wood and skateboard deck shift knob, which is fucking cool. Feels really nice in my hands.
Yeah,
I have
good
to
material.
have the boot. See, the boot is looks like it's a little too much material now. The old knob, the stock knob, goes over the boot.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like it goes over the top.
okay.
At there, so the material goes like up inside the knob.
Yes. Yeah, it comes
whereas
up higher.
this one, it's a shaft, and it cups the shaft.
You need to trim the velvet back.
I got to go to R Strata, and they're gonna just stitch it up real nice, so it's
cool.
not like super sloppy.
It's just a little baggy.
A little baggy.
That's cool.
A little baggy right now.
But I bet the wooden knob feels great. Oh, here's a better shot of that.
Mm-hmm. So it was like, I don't know, it was $150 maybe. It's obviously like 3D printed. And I think it's advertised as being 3D printed, but it feels like really nice quality. Yeah, as you can see, the texture's not exactly the same, but it's close enough.
Really close.
It's really close, and the shape and look up the 992 cup holder, it looks exactly like that. It looks pretty factory.
I wonder if it's actually that the cup holder plastic is fresher, and it's because yours looks slightly grayer.
Yeah.
So maybe it will catch up in the sun.
Hands have worn it down.
Well, no, sun exposure.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
No, I think the Porsche one is a little softer finish.
Okay.
But it's totally cool. I'm very stoked on that product, and the shift knob feels really, really nice. I had the Alcantara shift knob. That's no good.
Yeah,
that's no good.
It'll just
that was a mistake.
Smooth and grease up.
Yeah, I'm just constantly conscious of my hand is a little sweaty. Hold it up to the air. I don't want my sweaty hand on the shit. Now, who gives a shit?
Yeah. So. Is the cup sitting slightly tilted backwards?
No, it's this the photo, the angle of the photo.
Okay.
No, the cup is not backwards. It's actually no. The opening of the thing tilts slightly backwards, but the cup stands vertical.
Okay.
The top of the deal is in more in line with the angle of the dash. But I think the other photo shows it a little better. There's one.
Oops.
Oh.
I have gone too far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. The photo looked.
Yeah. It is a little misleading because the part that's closest is the sippy part, which is lower. Anyway.
Gotcha. Rad.
It's cool.
That's cool.
It's cool. I wouldn't put an uncovered glass in there.
I would do that with anything.
Yeah. So that's fun. Dude, okay. Trigger warning. I read some of the Tesla earnings call. This is One of the craziest fucking quotes I've heard out of Elon Musk since he left the government, right? So the mission is going beyond sustainable energy to say sustainable abundance is the mission, where we believe with Optimus and self-driving that you can actually create a world where there's no poverty, where everyone has access to the finest medical care. Optimus will be an incredible surgeon, for example, and imagine if everyone had access to an incredible surgeon. Tesla was down 37%, and he went on a fucking phone call and did a Hail Mary of my robots that were humans in suits a year ago are going to be doing surgery.
Well, and their head of robotics left 2 months ago to go work for Meta. I mean, there's more people that work there, obviously, but...
That's fucking crazy. Meanwhile, they recalled 13,000 Model 3s and Model Ys over a battery defect and 63,000 Cybertrucks.
What is so amazing about that, and Bernie Sanders' thought point warning, is he's like, the product I'm going to make and sell can solve poverty. And you're like, or you could just donate enough money.
Well, that's the thing, is he probably himself could solve a lot of poverty.
Right.
Like a huge amount of poverty. He did this at the same time he asked for $1 trillion. Like, one side of the mouth is we're going to have a world with no poverty, but I'm going to need $1 trillion.
That's his comp. Yeah, that's the comp package he's negotiating for.
Which is like, and if all this, like, a lot of what this guy does is cut programs that help people get out of poverty. Like, there's Doge shit, USAID, like all these programs that like were supposed to help people get out of poverty. I'm not even talking about donating his full-on own money, which he wouldn't. He could fucking do 50 mil.
He could do 50 billion.
I'm sorry. I said million because that's like a more normal thing. He could do 50 billion and
not notice.
Just go about his day and bump a rail of ketamine and fucking have a good night, you know? And they reintroduced the Mad Max mode.
What's the Mad Max mode?
FSD had a fucking Mad Max mode that made the car drive like a dick. Folks, today's show is sponsored by Liquid IV, and this stuff has come in handy for me. I brought it to Europe this week. It really helps keep me sort of leveled out when I'm on the air, traveling, not really sleeping great, drinking a little more alcohol than I normally would. Plus, the other day, I found a new use for Liquid IV. I got like a really bad cramp, and Ali was like, chug a Liquid IV and then straight into like a really hot shower, and that totally got rid of my cramp really fast. This isn't medical advice, just a personal story of how I actually used Liquid IV like 2 weeks ago. So it's nice to have that around. It's nice to know it can help boost my hydration and my energy without a crash. I take them all over the world when I travel, throw them in the bag, and they are great. They've got the electrolytes. They've got Live Hydroscience, which is an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients, turning ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. It provides very balanced energy without the jitters and has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 essential vitamins and nutrients. Plus, Liquid IV is always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So don't let the grind drain you. Ditch the glitch with 0 sugar and 0 crash from Liquid IV. Just tear, pour, and live more. Go to liquidiv.com. That's liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code TIRE at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code TIRE at liquidiv.com. Plus, we're also sponsored today by HelloFresh. So nice to see them back. I love HelloFresh, my favorite and the #1 meal kit in America, making home cooking so easy with chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door. But this fall, they're serving up even more to love because this isn't the HelloFresh you remember. It's bigger with a menu double the size, now with 100 options each week, including seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world. Dig into bigger portions portions that'll keep everyone satisfied. It's healthier. There's over 15 high-protein recipes each week with options like grass-fed ribeyes or lamb chops. HelloFresh now helps you eat greener with new veggie-packed recipes with 2 or more veggies per dish. And it's tastier. Get steak and seafood recipes delivered every week for no extra cost now with 3 times the seafood options. Savor the season with hearty fall recipes like classic beef chili or honey glazed pork tenderloin. Discover new seasonal produce each week from leeks to broccolini to Italian eggplant and more. I love HelloFresh because not only do I get that delicious fresh meal that I can cook in 40 minutes or less at home with the exact correct portioned ingredients, but also I can keep those recipe cards and multiply them to make again for big parties and stuff later. The best way to cook just got better, and you can do it too. Go to HelloFresh.com/SmokingTire10FM now to get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/SmokingTire10FM to get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life. And now back to the show.
Oh, and so it just mirrors real Model 3 drivers.
Dude, yeah, and like they there was like a real problem because like when they had it before, like the cars were breaking all these fucking laws and shit. They were rolling through they were doing the California roll, which like if a human does a California roll, like listen, but you can't sell a product that just rolls through stop signs. That's insane.
You can't do that.
Like,
because then we know that if it hits someone, they're going to say the human did it, not Mad Max mode did it.
Mad Max mode. That's fucking crazy.
I wonder do you think, who owns Mad Max property? Like Warner Brothers? Do you think they license that? Do you think they're on the phone?
Yeah. And oh, by the way, they've violated their tradermark.
Right, yeah.
They probably fucking would. That's just, all of it's just terrible. Trillionaire. This guy, that fucking asshole should get to be a trillionaire. Eat a dick.
I mean,
fucking garbage world.
No, yeah, nobody should. Well, yeah, that's just too much. That's too much. Unnecessary.
Has someone even done, I've seen the drawing over and over of like a pile of money that's like 100,000 and 1 million, 10 million. And when it gets to billion, has anyone done one for $1 trillion yet?
I've seen them for, well, there was a great graphic that was done for a video about like what derivatives are. Mm. And so they did one of like, here's how much money is in every bank account. Yeah. Here's the Federal Reserve, whatever. And it was like, here, if you stack cash to represent all of the derivatives trading in the world. And it was like putting the Burj Khalifa next to a nice, like a suburban neighborhood for the other piles of cash. It was totally insane. What does $1 trillion look like?
Yeah, let's just keep doing this. This is a good idea. Oh, there, $1 trillion visualized off of, let's go to the Reddit one. That might have been made by a human and not AI. Let's see. Okay, $1 million is like a shoebox size pile.
There we go.
What does it say? Double stacked pallets.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay. So $1 million is like a shoebox. 100 million is one pallet. Like those big water bottle pallets I get.
Yeah, like what you see going into Costco or something.
Yeah, and it's like 4 by 4 by 4, maybe 4 feet square. $1 billion
looks like it's 10 of those.
It's like 10 of those giant pallets.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 10 of those next to each other.
And then $1 trillion is basically the square footage of like a big grocery store.
Yeah.
This is like
yeah, with a human for scale, it's almost like a grocery store, but all the pallets are double stacked.
So it's it's like a Costco.
Wow.
Or like a Walmart.
Yeah. So each one of these layers is $500 billion. I mean, wow.
Dude. Oh, go look that graphic up.
Think of the job creation that the robots
He's trying to eliminate.
I know.
The perversion of that and yeah. Yep. Yeah. Should watch some more news this week about the cost of convenience. Good one. Cars then.
Yeah.
How about cars?
You know what robots could not do? Did we ever talk about the intake I installed? Did we?
I mean, we talked about you were halfway through. I don't know if you ever
finished
the story.
I finished the intake.
Okay.
A robot could not install this because you have to get your arm in and over and around and under and do all kinds of things. And that makes, I mean, mechanics out there should be pretty happy. Like, your job is pretty secure. You're like the plumbers without leaving smelling like actual fecal matter. And that should give you some comfort as the robots approach. Yeah, this thing's awesome. It's a Venturi hybrid airbox for the E46s.
You working my fucking flashlight?
I realize I don't have enough lights in my garage.
Like, it looks like your garage is incredibly poorly lit.
It is. Someone made a great comment in my Instagram that was like, "This garage is lit by one 50-watt bulb." And then I asked people what they use in their garage, and I got a lot of very helpful, but like a lot of DMs of these lights I can order, which I'm going to. Because I realized that when I turn the light on and I'm not in the garage, like the car's not in the garage, I go, it's lit so nicely.
Sure.
It's all when you pull the car in and lift the hood,
it's got to be dark.
Well, it shades the light. The light is the sun and the hood is the shade. So in the engine bay, you can't see anything.
And you don't want to work the other way around. You don't want to back up. Have
it
the
wouldn't help
nose of the
because
car.
the light is central above. So either way, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah. So that's a funny issue.
Those scan grip detailing lights here you can use if you need them in the interim.
Thank you. I bought some magnet lights, which are good. Headlamp is really the way to go. And I might get some of these like lights you can hang, like $30, LEDs and stuff.
You can really vibe it out. Get some chain, some string lights.
I thought I was like, Sarah, do we still have those string lights? She goes, we just gave them away. Otherwise, it would look like Christmas in my garage just because I need to be able to see, RGB lights. Oh.
Yeah, we don't have studio lights anymore.
Oh, like the big.
Yeah, we sold our studio lights.
Yeah, I should have taken them from that Lemons team. I wasn't using them. No. But this thing's awesome, dude. It sounds way better. It's like halfway between stock and a CSL airbox.
Is it more like a like a wah?
It's that one. It's the second one. Yep. Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's what I wanted. It's nice.
Yeah.
But once you're cruising, it's not loud. Mm-hmm. And because it still uses the MAF sensor, like I turned it on, it learned for about 6 hours, and then it figured it all out. And I'm very, very happy about it. Yeah.
Cool.
Looks good.
Is it
legal?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Is there an EO sticker on it?
There's not. They're working on that.
Okay.
So
How long do you have until
smog?
that becomes a problem?
Well, I smogged my car 2 months ago or something like that. So I have a while.
You got a little bit. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But what's funny is like,
I'm not trying to blow up your spot.
No, it's fine.
I'm just like,
like I should, if they plug into the OBD2, it should be fine because it still uses an MAF. Like, it doesn't change my emissions at all. But if they open the hood,
of course they open the hood.
I don't know. Don't they just plug it in? I don't watch them.
Listen.
We'll see.
New shooter coming in.
It would be very ironic if I went through all this trouble to get like the most legal version of an intake, and then it's still actually a little on the line.
Most legal just means it has a sticker on it. That's all it means.
Well, the one they sent me was prototype.
Okay,
they're very close to production, so maybe they can send me an EO sticker.
No, I'm not trying to blow up.
No, it's a good question.
No, they could. Yeah. They could if it does get certified in California, they can send you a sticker. I got them from Dynan for my Dynan shit because my BMW had Dynan S1 stuff on it that was sold to a car. The car was sold outside of California, so it didn't need the stickers, but it would pass. So they sent me the stickers, which put on the car, and it was fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of robots, though, the other day I got off the highway. Did I tell you this story yesterday?
I don't think so.
I'm getting off the highway. I throw the car in neutral just to like coast, and the car dies while turning very slightly. So I punch into ChatGPT, and I'm like, here's what my car did. Like, it died while coasting in neutral with slight amount of steering angle while braking, and I just changed intake and these other things, and it's like, I think it's your ICAV valve or something, which directly controls your computer when the car is idling. It basically tells the car, here's how much electricity and power you need to run the systems that are demanding power while the car is idling. Okay. And I went, oh, that's cool. That does seem exactly like what happened. Yeah. Guess where that valve is located, Matt?
Right back where you just
directly
was?
Underneath the intake plenum.
No fucking.
I moved it out of the way. Like I touched it. I saw it. I know where it is.
Well,
but it's under the plenum.
Do you think it has failed, or do you think you may have reinstalled it improperly?
I didn't actually uninstall that thing. It just says that they get dirty. You can just clean them out with MAF cleaner, which I have. But it means
how many hours are we talking about? What? Did it restarted, right?
Yeah, it did immediately. Okay. No, it's like it's just only when coasting in neutral, under braking with gentle turn. Oh, okay. It's very, very specific.
You asked everything of the car without enough juice going to the alternator to supply it.
Yeah. So it would probably take me 3 hours.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Well, like it might go. Do you think it'll go faster because you've done it before?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I'm getting really good at that. Every repair I've done on this car, I've done twice to do once.
God, that sucks.
I'm learning stuff.
You're learning things and stuff.
And then eventually I'll sell that car and I'll have to learn all over again on something else. God, so anyway, I like the intake a lot, but now I have to fucking clean that valve. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's funny. What are we at for time right now?
We're at 21.
Okay, cool. The only other thing, have you noticed like electric pickup trucks haven't seemed to have worked out? Like Ford is idling the Lightning plant. Oh. Rivian is just laid off, like 600 people. The Cybertruck is like, it seems that electric pickup trucks are not being mass adopted in a way that is really working out. I mean,
well, wow. Well, maybe this is,
I mean, it's just they thought it was going to be like hundreds of thousands of trucks, so and it's like tens of thousands of trucks.
Got it, yeah. 20 hours ago, Ford halts the Lightning production to focus on gas. Well, also, with rebates going away, that's not going to help them sell more of these things.
Yeah, and the recall thing said it was 63,000 Cybertrucks, which is all of them. And so, that's the total.
Whoa.
So, of 2 million orders, they converted 63,000.
That's a good ratio.
0.063%. 0.063? No, it's half that. 0.0315%. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah, from 2 million to 63,000 is 0.0315, right?
Well, that's better than 0.02. That's terrible.
That's not great.
So I wonder why. I mean, they were expensive, the electric trucks.
I mean, in Rivian, I think the R1T is just old, and people are waiting to. Everyone who wants one has one.
Yep.
And people are waiting on the R2.
Right.
That's why they said they laid off all those people. But still, if they were really killing it, they wouldn't be laying off people. That's all I'm saying. I think Rivian is not financially.
So I just couldn't remember what the Lightning cost. 54 grand and 92, depending. Yeah, I mean if you lose the $7,500 rebate, which everyone's losing for EVs.
I mean, I see Lightnings around in LA, but I suspect they're not getting a lot of the commercial adoption that Ford was hoping.
Maybe they expected, yeah.
Which is too bad. I think there actually are, and I'm like, from a lib West Coaster, what do I know about a fucking tradesperson? My contractor who built my house, who was like, Laurent is as tradesperson as it gets, dude. That guy was a contractor, but physically built half my house. He just got a F-150 hybrid and loves it with the
Power
with the
Boost one. Yeah, I like that truck a lot.
Yeah, he's all about that shit.
Because then you get the power. You can run all the power tools and stuff, which is one of the Lightning selling points.
Yeah.
But you also have unlimited range. You can go. You don't have to worry about charging and planning and that kind of stuff.
He got an amazing deal on it.
Yeah.
But he probably could have he could have made use of a Lightning also, because he's not running that many power tools, but but it would be nice to have power for the sometimes.
Well, how far is he usually driving in a day? I think that would also be a factor.
Not that far. His work is in LA. He's driving, across the city to the job and then back to his house, 40 miles a day, 50 miles a day, not far.
I wonder if they sold more electric trucks from any manufacturer in city areas versus out in open areas where people are driving hundreds of miles.
Probably. Yeah. It's true. But even if you're driving 200 miles a day, you could charge that overnight. You can do 200 miles overnight at your house with a level 2.
Yeah, definitely. If you're always doing the same route,
Sure.
You know, but if you're out like, I don't know, job,
Yeah.
or like some of these guys are out doing like, you know, fracking stuff, natural gas work, and they just don't know.
If you're really doing 300 miles a fucking day, you don't want an electric car of any kind. Like that's the one use case, like extreme. But that, dude, your body is gonna get fucking fucked up if you're so bad if you're doing 300 miles a day. Find a new job. Your body's going to fall apart if that's your. If you
I wonder. I'm just curious. Okay, so right, so in
For the record, in a pickup truck. If you're a semi, I think it's a little more.
Oh yeah,
probably.
So quarter 3 of this year, Ford sold 207,000 F Series, and I think we just saw that they sold 10,000 Lightning in quarter 3. So they're selling 20 times more gas or diesel powered trucks. Yeah, I guess that's a failure. That sucks.
Yeah, and
It is.
just maybe I should get one for fucking cheap if they go on sale.
A used one would probably be very cheap, but then you don't get the depreciation, right? For taxes and stuff.
You can depreciate used stuff.
Oh,
For a business expense? Yeah.
well, that had to be new.
I mean, look, don't take fucking tax advice from me, but the Bentley was a company car, long-term test car, made content out of it, took depreciation on that. I mean, that was a fucking 30-year-old car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to learn more about the tax code.
I mean, I think I don't know if it's personal or business. Listen, I don't fucking know shit. You do not want to ask me questions, but I do. I can tell you what a very qualified, tax accountant did.
I feel like we did that show with John McGuire. Go listen to that because I think we talked about this, but it was years ago. I forgot.
Yeah, I think if it's for a business, you can do. Because, think about how many businesses buy used tractors, you know what I mean? Not everybody can afford brand new shit. You have to be able to depreciate. It's usually just like, what'd you buy it for? What'd you sell it for? And how long did you own it for? Like, that's pretty much it. That one math problem probably takes 50 pages of paperwork to do. But, so listen, it is at this point during the show that for our live audience right now, we're going to fucking travel through time. But for everybody else, while I was in Spain doing this Turbo S thing, it was like so many friends there that I was like, well, I have to. There's so many people there that I don't see all the time that I should at least record something. So I did. I got 4 of them. Unfortunately, Tom Ford. I didn't realize that he wasn't returning to where I was. I would have made a point to get him. So I didn't get to get Tom Ford, who was fucking cool. But I got Sam Fane, Seen Through Glass, Jason Fenske from Engineering Explained, Chris Harris, and Jack Holmes from Savage Geese. And I did individually, because everyone was busy. So individually we did 5-question podcast lightning round. So it was really fun. Got some really good answers from people. I got to do, they all did 60 seconds for me on the Turbo S, so you can get a summary of their reviews right here in this show. And then we'll come back and we'll do some Patreon questions after that. So enjoy live from Ascari Circuit in Spain. Guys, one more break from the show because support is coming in from Quince. I actually did bring the Mongolian cashmere sweater to Spain with me, and it was awesome. The cashmere felt very similar to a very famous brand, a fashion house that my dad used to work for, and I had a lot of cashmere from them, and this was just like it, starting at just $60. There's classic fit denim, real leather, and wool outerwear. It looks sharp and holds up. I'm now looking at that suede trucker jacket, perfect for layering, and it looks casual but put together. By partnering directly with ethical factories and top artisans, Quince cuts out the middleman to deliver premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. That Mongolian cashmere sweater I've got is my go-to for fall, and their linens were awesome for summer and held up to multiple washes really good. Layer up this fall with pieces that feel as good as they look. Go to quince.com/tire for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/tire. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/tire. And now, back to the show. Live from Ascari Circuit.
Hello,
This
sir.
is it. Hello, Jack of Savage Geese is here. No Mark today, unfortunately.
Mark stayed at home.
But Jack, he's faster. Okay, what we're doing right now is we're doing podcast lightning round because so many of the people that I like are here. We thought we'd do a few minutes with everybody, starting with you. So I'm asking everybody the same questions. Best and worst cars you've driven this year?
The best two, and I'm currently deciding between both of them, is Mustang GTD and C8 ZR1.
Those are tough.
Yes.
Okay. And worst? Is there a solid worst?
Probably most disappointing is probably the new M5.
New M5. I drove the M5 touring. Wasn't my favorite. Does good slides, but wasn't my favorite.
Disappointing because my expectations were high. I don't think it's inherently a terrible car. I just wanted it to be more like the M5 CS.
Fair enough. We're here doing Turbo S today.
Yes.
This will not go up until after the embargo, so I won't throw you under the bus. Give me 30 to 60 seconds on Turbo S.
It is everything you're expecting a new 911 Turbo S to be. It is basically an iterative improvement of the old car with even more impressive drivetrain technology, a more sophisticated chassis, and it does everything well. Does it have the drama of a GT car? No, but if you need a do-everything supercar, that's exactly what it is.
This one is for everything.
Yes.
What's coming up on your list that you're excited to drive next or soon?
Man, honestly, I have no idea. I'm just probably...
That's a very normal automotive journalist answer. Can't think after next week.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're just like you, we're on the hamster wheel of doing this, so every week is a new adventure.
Well, we're getting to the end of the season.
Yes.
Where we've driven all the new stuff.
What are you looking forward to driving now?
Oh, I just did Performance Car of the Year. I just did Zinger. I've driven so much. I'm looking forward to...
Is there anything you haven't driven this year that you wish you have driven?
I really want to have a go in a DLS. And I think my relationship with Willow Springs may make that happen at some point.
You and I run in different circles, sir. So yes.
I mean, look, I can't afford one. No, I'm just saying I'd like to have.
Giving you a hard time.
I did have a go in Singer's Turbo, their Turbo study car.
What about in more
fabulous
production normal cars?
I haven't driven M2 CS. I want to try that. I was bummed that didn't make it out to Performance Car of the Year, and I'm really excited. Maybe a ways out for Valhalla. Actually, for Aston Valhalla. I hope it shows up eventually, but I like the Astons I've driven recently.
No, they are spectacular.
They're fun. Yeah. Okay, number 4. Describe, and you could do it in specifications or however, your version of the perfect fizzy sports car.
High revving, naturally aspirated, rear-wheel drive.
Where's the engine?
It's either in the rear or in the front.
Oh, not middle.
Yeah, rear or front.
Okay.
I inherently enjoy... One of the things I like about the GTD, and I wish it was a manual, was the fact that there's nothing else like it. You have this big supercharged, I know it's not an NA car, but you have this big engine in the front that's very linear.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I enjoy in cars. Like I like cars that make me laugh.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the car's got to really have a personality, you know, and so... I don't know if the Turbo S is the car for me because it goes about everything.
But it doesn't have to be for you.
So seriously, no, it's not for me. Someone will love this thing, but I like insane. Okay, last one. You have a month of freedom. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to film, and you have pretend money. You're going on a road trip. Where are you going, and what are you driving?
Man.
Not your car. It doesn't have to be your car.
I understand that.
You're giving the car back. The car doesn't have to exist after this month.
Probably. I'd love to take a 911 ST through like the Swiss Alps. I think that's very high on my list.
That is not the wrong answer.
Yes.
That is all right. Yeah. All right. 5 questions with Jack from Savage Geese.
Hopefully this was not the worst thing you've
buddy.
done so far.
The worst thing I've done so far?
Yeah.
Not today. Sam Fane is here. This launch is awesome because it sucked to get here, but I love it here, and all my friends are here.
Well, that's fantastic.
So we get to do 5 minutes with everybody.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah. Sam Fane, lightning round.
Go.
Best and worst cars you've driven this year.
Oh, God, don't do this to me. Worst car. Where's my phone? I need to remind
You need
myself
a
what I've driven. Okay,
Nothing stood out as being particularly bad?
No, I forget. Do you not do this in this job?
No,
I
I
have
know.
no idea what I've driven. I got in a car the other day and I was like, I've never driven this. And my whole audience are like, hey, what about these 3 videos you made? So let's actually go back and think about
We can go the other way. What stood out as being great?
Dude, I genuinely need my phone. Okay, Audi RS6 GT.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
because I owned the standard car and never bonded with it. And the GT just did something to me that, you know what it was? It was the fact that it looked so stupid. I bonded with that
Yeah.
because I just liked that it was out there and it was good and it felt a bit edgy. So that was cool.
The RS6 in general is probably the creddest boring car.
Yeah, it's so boring and it's really heavy and like it makes a silly noise and doesn't really do very.
It's not fun, but everybody is like, yes.
RS6, and that's what stressed me out. Like I had people who weren't into cars come up to me like, "Hey, dude, what a cool car!" I was like, I guess.
Okay. Oh, RS6 GT.
I'll think about.
All right, we come back
Yes,
to it.
yeah.
This will go out after the embargo. So give me
Okay.
60 seconds on the Turbo S. Your impression.
I felt sick. I felt motion sickness. What I think they've done is just expand the breadth of capabilities, right? It's just better in every single area. I took it to a road that I drove 6 months ago in my GT3. It felt heavy AF.
I bet.
It felt real heavy.
I bet, yeah. And did you drive a convertible?
Not yet. I've been driving the coupe.
Do you know that the convertible is the first 911 to crack 4,000 pounds? You notice how they didn't mention weight yesterday?
not
I
mention
looked
that.
up the spec sheet. It's over 4. This is 38.29.
Yeah, and it felt, I
Yeah.
have to say, on a tight and twisty road, it felt real heavy.
Right.
But no, otherwise, yeah, mega cool. Not for me. I'm not a turbo guy, but very cool.
So fast.
So fast.
So fast. Anything in the schedule through the rest of the year that's really exciting you?
It would have happened by the time this goes out. We are doing an OG UK automotive YouTuber road trip.
Oh, fun.
So 10 years ago, myself, Shmee150, Seb Delaney, Supercars London, we all drove down to Monaco in our cars. It's the 10-year anniversary. We're doing
fun.
it again. So that'll be
that's
amazing.
fun.
Yeah.
Are you going to drive the GT3?
I'm driving my Stradale.
Oh,
So
yes.
I'm driving that. So that would have already been out. So,
That's
so
lovely.
Go check out that content.
Okay, cool. That's going out between now and next week?
Yeah,
All right,
going
cool.
out on Sunday.
Great. Go look at Seen Through Glass for that. Give me your version of the perfect fizzy sports car. Give me an engine configuration.
It has to be V8 because I just love a V8. So
Okay.
that immediately is less fizzy because it's too heavy. But anyway, V8. Naturally aspirated. I was going to say supercharged, but no, naturally aspirated. V8, manual gearbox. Front engine rear wheel drive. It's
Okay.
like I've literally just given you a GT.
I think you've just given me a Shelby. I think that's a Mustang Shelby 350, right?
Hey,
pretty
well,
much.
That's clearly what I like.
Okay, last one, and you. This is your life kind of anyway, but we're going to expand on it. Unlimited funds,
Yeah.
and you have a month of no responsibilities.
Sorry,
okay?
how is that my life anyway?
No, not that part, not that part. Because I'm asking, you have a month to take a road trip
okay,
in a
yeah.
car. That's what I meant
is
by it,
my
not
life,
your
yeah,
unlimited
yeah.
funds. A month to take a road trip in a car.
Yeah.
You can pick any car, and the car does not exist after this road trip. Where are you going, and what are you driving?
Well, you will relate to this entirely. 911 Dakar, Morocco. Like
That is not the wrong
Morocco.
answer.
Because I did that in my 360 Modena. I did 4 days around Morocco, and I fell in love with that country. I fell in love with those roads, and I was like, "This car's great here, but it's not the right car."
No,
to
the
be here in."
Dakar. Yeah, Morocco and
Dakar, Morocco,
That's
and
all
all
right.
up in it. So that's yeah.
I
that's
like
an
that
adventure.
choice a lot. All right.
Cool,
Sam
man.
Fane. Go watch his video on See Through Glass about the YouTuber road trip. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, dude.
That's
that was
it.
fun. That was
Moving
tons
on.
of fun.
A sled. Yeah, Jason Fenske in the house. There we go. Rolling
flashing a little
Just
cash.
I am a Rico
Couple of euros.
Suave.
Not
Yeah.
bad, not bad.
All right.
Life's
We are-
treated me well so far.
I got a Maserati. Does 185. All right. Smoking Tire Podcast lightning round. 5 questions.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay. You don't have to answer them fast, but they're fast.
Oh, okay.
I want to know the best car and the worst car you've driven this year.
Best car and worst car I've driven this year. Okay, immediate thought, because this is lightning round, we don't have too much time to process, and I didn't know where we were,
Yeah.
what these questions were in advance. My immediate thought of best car was Temerario.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Temerario. It's like silly, playful. I mean, yeah, it's like $400,000 or whatever. So like
The one I drove was $550.
yeah, I don't know what the one I drove was, but the point is like, I feel like you can get into these cars and you can have a dull experience.
Yes.
Like it is that caliber of car can still have a dull experience. And I got in the Temerario, and the way the steering feels, very unlike anything I've driven. Like the torque vectoring was like the most noticeable torque vectoring
Yeah.
I've ever felt in anything, combined with like a super happy tail end. So it was like always ready to slide around. I had so much fun
That's
driving
lovely.
that car.
I like that
So,
car a lot too. What were you disappointed by?
Um,
You spent like 15 minutes at dinner last night talking shit about your own Lucid.
I know. Well, that's also what immediately came to mind. But I don't want to say Lucid Air, but like that is for lightning round. My car. I'm gonna have a full video breaking down the absolute disaster mess the software has been to live with.
You're
So-
like the wrong person to have a software mess.
Oh man,
You're-
it is very frustrating.
This won't go out until after the embargo, so give
Okay,
me
great.
60 seconds on the Turbo S. What do you think?
Turbo S is super cool. I've really enjoyed this, and here's why. I have not, whenever I get into a car that offers a genuinely unique experience, I get excited. Even if like that experience is good or bad, I like novelty. I think that's cool.
That's all
And-
we have left, dude.
Exactly.
So many cars are exactly
Yes,
the same. Novelty
exactly.
is the last bastion of enthusiasm.
Yes, and e-turbos are very new to production cars.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
is not something common, and it is genuinely a unique feeling where that little hiccup that you typically get, I'm getting
Boy,
attacked by a
you
bee.
get attacked by if you get stung by a bee during this,
Yeah,
that would be incredible.
the little hiccup that you typically get with turbo cars where you get to, okay, we've gotten to like atmospheric pressure in the engine, and now we're just waiting for the turbo to do its thing. And it feels like when you floor it, you're like, oh, I'm bogged down a little bit, and
Yeah.
you're chilling and you're waiting, and then you go into it. That's gone, and it's not gone in the same way that a naturally aspirated engine it's gone. Like naturally aspirated, boom, we're there. This car,
It's like
you're
hand to God.
it is, and it never lets up. So like, yes, there is a torque limit, but it takes a while to get there. But it's kind of in an exciting way where it's like, ooh, we're still climbing, we're still climbing, we're still climbing, and it's just like you're always getting more,
Yeah.
but you don't have that. Oh, I gotta wait now.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's unique.
I think these e-turbos are incredibly cool.
It is. It really is.
And when I think about like Temerario, I also like to go back, with
Yes.
with the e-motors in the front.
Yes.
Totally different vibe.
Totally different strategy. Yes.
But the net is the same. You're allowed to use a smaller, higher revvy engine that can be filled in invisibly almost.
yes.
Which I love.
Yes.
Describe your version of the perfect fizzy sports car.
Fizzy
A made up
sports
car. It'll have what characteristics would be in your perfect car?
It's just the 911 ST.
All right, that's fair. Just describe 911 ST.
Yeah, just
I don't
describe it.
understand. That's not the wrong answer.
It's like it makes you want to be a better driver because everything is lightning fast. Like it is response. Response is everything to me. I don't care about like top speed. I don't care about does it have to have like traction limited acceleration at all times. I care about response. Like when I ask for it to do something, does it do it in that moment or later? And that car does everything the exact second you ask for it, and that's just like
Telepathic.
it's jarring because of how good it was. Yeah,
I totally agree with you. I drove that car 1,500 miles, and I said I could just do this.
Yeah.
You stop here. It's
Yeah.
the I can stop now.
I think they're
car.
selling for like $750,000 now,
Yeah,
though.
and I get it.
I do
I get
too.
it.
I'm just angry about it.
I know. Well, and especially because it seems like if they wanted to, they could just make more.
Yes, yes. There's nothing that crazy about it. I think there are some little emissions tricks that are going on
Sure.
that you can't do a super high volume car with.
Maybe, that might be true. That could be true.
But I think scarcity is the name of the game with like exclusive stuff. So
Sure. Last one. You have a month of freedom. You have no obligations to anything. But you must go on a road trip in a car with this month. Where are we driving and what are we driving?
Oh boy. Okay, I have to spend time in cars on my month off.
I know, right? When I wrote this question, it didn't occur to me that on my free time, I want to be as far away from cars as possible. Yeah, right. It's a tax deductible month.
Okay, great. Where am I road tripping? Man, this is a good question. Here's the thing. I love wildlife, and some of my so I'm combining a car for a reason to do what I actually want to do rather than the car.
Okay. So you're
And
going on safari,
I'm going
maybe?
on safari, whether that's Kruger or somewhere else in Africa.
So you're going to need a stadium seat Land Cruiser, essentially, right?
That sounds sick.
Yeah.
I'm bringing big cameras, giant lenses. I'm checking out wildlife, and with a comfy ride. So stadium
I'm
seat
counting
Land
that.
Cruiser.
Yeah, I'm counting
All
a
right.
safari, wildlife
Great.
safari. Yeah,
Great.
there we go. All right, lightning round with Jason Fenske. Thank you for joining us.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
So this is easy. We're doing lightning round, 5 questions for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to the airport.
Yeah.
Here we go. Chris Harris.
Muffin's good.
The muffin is all right. Yes. How's the tea?
Oh, good.
I've had 75 espressos. Can you tell?
Yeah.
All right. Number 1. I want the best and worst thing you've driven in recent memory.
Best all round is probably that Turbo S today.
There's a separate question on that one, so don't go too far. This will be after the embargo.
Mustang GTD.
Oh yeah, so you got to drive it and have a go with Verstappen.
Yeah, so I think the Mustang GTD is the car that I most wanted to own, which is always the best way for me. I just thought I really want one of these.
God, you'd hate one in England.
Well,
Your Camaro didn't work in England.
It rides quite well, this thing, compared to a
it
Camaro.
does.
So, yes, I love that. Worst thing, I had another go in a DeLorean. And I know, obviously, you're an idiot. You had one. I don't.
But it
understand,
was shit,
I don't
but
understand how that was ever allowed to be built.
It was shit. It's a great car to go to the pub in. That's what it's for.
So
ladies love it.
That's my sort of delta for that.
Cool. That's a good one. Number 2, because this is going to go up after the embargo. Give me 60 seconds. Your thoughts on the Turbo S.
I came here expecting to say, it's another turbo. Is it another example of how this industry's just lost the ability to appeal to people? That it's just a different day, same shit. Here's another turbo. Do we really care? It looks like a 992. Did anyone really care about the 992 turbo? Not
Well, because
really.
for a minute, the whole Carrera range
just-
was just the same, a little more of the same.
It's just
kind
the
of
whole thing became
Yeah.
right? And everyone really wants a GT3 RS, but that's not usable on the road. So I just, what's going on here? Result is really important technology, fabulous leap in performance. Just when you think they've lost the plot, they surprise you. And I like the fact that the Turbo has always been the platform that's the window to future technology. The 959 started that process, but the Turbo has really been the place where you see what's going to come.
variable turbine geometry and all that kind of
All that
stuff.
shit. And I think as a showcase for what's coming, and under their new CEO, I'm really excited for them. It's a fantastic car, and it's the first turbo I've really wanted for 10 years.
Okay, fair. What are you excited to drive in the next few months? Anything on the horizon that's cool? I mean, last night at dinner we were lamenting the sameness of kind of everything and talking about these sort of specialty cars that are a little more interesting.
I'm more excited by resurrecting old cars than I am new cars at the moment. In
Your
terms of-
personal stuff, like
Yeah,
the M5
I've got
and
an
whatever?
M5 wagon that's got to be sort of finished. That's going to be good. The Integrali's good fun as well. And I've got this XJS project I'm doing, which I'm sure will be equally
A
ruinous.
non-TWR XJS?
Yeah, so we just a little less outrageous, but with an inline 6 in it rather than a 12, but a supercharged one. So that's going to be quite a cool car. I think new cars, there's nothing I'm really... No. I'm doing the East African Historic Safari Rally with someone. I'm looking forward to that. That's supposed to
In
be
like a Tuttle Carrera or
in a
something.
Tuttle rally car.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be one of the great adventures of motoring. So I'm really glad I got the chance to do that. I'm doing that with 30 Porsche, so we're going to be fat. I need a race suit that says thin on it because I've lost a bit of weight. But yeah, we're going to be fatted up. That's going to be an adventure.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join Ferdy for the ice race in February.
What,
in Montana?
in Montana?
Yeah, we're
There
putting
you go.
spikes on my Manx. And if you can make it, you can absolutely have a go.
I want to drive this radial engine
It will
thing.
be.
Yeah.
It is very stupid. All right, describe your version. What is your perfect fizzy sports car? Ideally.
I'm a bit torn. I think a sports car on the road is all about accuracy. It's not about sliding around. So I'm really in an Elise phase at the moment. I just think the Lotus Elise isn't given the recognition it should be. It's a fabulous platform. It's so simple. It's a load of aluminium parts that have just been bonded together, but they seem to be not far off as stiff as a carbon shell.
Yeah.
And yet the performance it gives you and the joy it gives you reminds you that you don't need loads of power. I think the Elise is about to have a big resurgence. There's a couple of companies in the UK making fabulous.
Oh, someone has just did. Who just did the one?
Yeah.
Someone just did a real crazy one. I forget the name of it. It's like 1,200 pounds or something.
It's amazing. There's a couple. In fact, I'm going to tell. I can't remember their names, but I'll give you the names so you can put them up on the screen now. But they're both well worth looking at. So for me, at the moment, the Elise.
Cool. I know this is. I've realized during this is not a well-written question because everyone I've asked, given the opportunity for a month off, would not so much look at a car. But you have a month of no obligations, unlimited money, and you must go on a road trip. Where are you going? What are you driving? The car does not have to survive past this trip.
I'm probably going to go towards Romania. There's some incredible roads in Romania, and my eldest son.
Is that the Trans-Fagarian Highway?
Exactly,
Does that live up to the reputation?
Yeah, my son was there in the summer, and he said it was fantastic. He went in his beaten-up Golf GTI with his pals, and he just sent me his photos. And I like the idea of an Eastern European adventure. I think it's still a little bit rogue over there. It's not too controlled. So I'd go there. What car would I take? I'd probably take. I've got this thing, an itch for an E34 M5, 3.6 first gen with the turbine wheel caps.
Sure.
I'd go in one of those, I'd make it sweet and healthy and have the exhaust a little bit louder than normal. And I want that box between the rear seats, so I want the 4-seat layout. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I always wanted the
rear
4-seat
captain's chairs is
exactly.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So I'd probably do that.
All right, that's a good choice.
And I'd want to bring the car back with me. Because on Top Gear, sometimes the cars didn't come back and I hated it. And it was wanton destruction. I want to apologise for everyone for that. I wasn't involved. It was the producers. It wasn't me. But I remember leaving my Renault 4 in the Himalayas and just thinking, can't let them see me cry. But I don't want this car to be left here. It was
if
horrible.
you really wanted it, would they have found a way to get it back for you?
No.
No.
It rolled off a hill.
All right, I guess not.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. That's a lightning round with Chris Harrison. You have to go to the airport. So
Best of luck with everything. It's lovely speaking to you.
time.
Send my best to Zach, who's posting lots of photos of his wedding from a year ago.
Yeah, it was
which
great.
he didn't invite me to. So.
Well, would you have come?
No.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That's the most LA thing ever. I don't want to go. I just want to be invited.
Exactly.
That's LA. Thank you, everybody.
Cheers, boss.
Right. Oh, welcome back. And for those of you in the live show, welcome to the future. Let's do some Patreon questions. Of course, if you want to ask questions of the show, if you want to watch the show live, if you want to get the show early, if you want to get the show without ads, if you want to get extra show, and as multiple people pointed out to me, I got like 3 or 4 DMs, Zach, about people who, once I said that you were like 1,000x more valuable as a fan by doing even the lowest pay. They were like, that's when I signed up, because like they were on like YouTube Premium or whatever. YouTube Premium kind of sucks. I mean, not from the, like, it does help you as a viewer. There's less ads on YouTube, but like the creator doesn't get much of that if you join YouTube Premium. There are better ways to support. And like, we ain't asking for money. But I'm just pointing out that if you don't like ads and you like extra podcast and live streams and getting shows early and all the little extras, you can get those things for very little money. And we appreciate it even more than if you sit through all of the ads. And you get to ask some questions, including starting with Stu Dog, who just wants to, who has a point, and I'm going to read his question. He says, doing another Color Canyon when I said that the Black Pearl was the last one is pretty lame. The Black Pearl even says final edition on the case back, to which I say, fair point. That is a fair point. I'm just following the lead of Horatio Pagani, you guys.
The BC.
You know,
the
it
BC too.
is a fair point, and I'll say this. If you have a Black Pearl with a case back that says final edition, if that bothers you, that we are considering doing another color after that, hit me up and I'll send you a new case back that does not say final edition on it. Complimentary, if it bothers you. For free. My treat, dude. My treat. No, I can see how it comes off as like a cynical cash grab. It's not that. I mean, yes, there's money in it, but like, it was really one of those, like, I wore this prototype and my friend was like, holy shit, I'd fucking buy that. And my other friend was like, oh shit, I'd fucking buy that. And I hit up Wes and I was like, Wes, my friends are wanting to buy this. And Wes is like, dude, we have to do another color. I've been doing all of these watch shows and everyone's asking me why we're not making more colors. And I was like, okay, well, if we're going to do another color, like, we have to make it somehow a little different. So we have found a way to make it somehow a little different, which I just don't want to say yet. And he was like, do you think people are going to be pissed? And I was like, I don't think so. Maybe a couple, but I doubt it. But I think if enough people are asking for another color, it's probably okay. And so, Stew Dog, I appreciate your point. And I have thought about it. But a lot of people, I think the demand is still there. We're working on an all-new watch. This is not instead of an all-new watch. And we are going to make something about it that's a little different. And if that still bothers you, or if you think that's a little lame, I understand. I do. Can you punch in, Zach? Rinaldian Klein says, the automotive YouTube scene is pretty saturated, but is there any part of it that is a bit underserved, if any? I mean, the problem is the current YouTube landscape really rewards a certain type of content. We've talked about what those types of content are, and they're not really what I want to be watching.
I think it's just a reflection of YouTube culture in general. Like for some reason, yesterday my homepage was recommending me a couple channels I've never seen and content I've never ever engaged with. One was I bought all of the most popular Halloween costumes in the United States, and the other one was Burger King versus Wendy's. And I looked, and these people have like 600,000 subscribers, and it's just a guy-girl couple in their car that eat different food. And I was like, why am I being served this? But my point is, there are people that are making a living just reviewing fast food. There's probably dozens, if not hundreds of them doing that. People just trying on, like there's so much content of every kind everywhere because everyone goes, well, I'd rather do that than have a job, or that's their side hustle or whatever. So I think the automotive landscape is just a reflection or the lens through which we see the larger YouTube world.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. Like, I don't have time. If I really care what someone else thinks about a car, I'm spoiled in that I could call or text them 95% of the time. We know these people. They're our friends. We also go on these events together and talk about the car and sort of end up in similar places because of it sometimes. I mean, so I don't know what the greater YouTube audience wants and isn't getting. I think they
want a game show, which they're getting.
Yeah.
A little self-serving.
There
thing.
you go. Shot the second episode.
We did.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
And you think did you change anything from the first episode, or I mean,
like small tweaks, which was good. It was like, thank God the foundation seemed really solid, but changed some things with question pacing and organization to try to make the show flow a certain way. Trying to start with a certain type of question so that we can see what each team is going to be, like who their characters are, and that worked pretty well.
Cool.
The whole thing went really smooth.
Good. Black Sob-ith. That's pretty good. I want to get an electric car as my next car, but I'm in an older house and can't realistically install a level 2 charger, only a level 1. That's odd. Is it feasible to charge up at a public fast charger and then use a level 1 charger at my house to keep it topped up? Anything extra I might need to consider to do that? I drive 8 miles round trip in a day. Oh. I think you could do that for at least a while.
Yeah.
I think you get away with that for a while. It's like a level 1 charger will put on about 40 miles of electricity overnight.
Right.
So if you're driving under 40 miles a day, you can get away with a level 1 at home for sure, especially if there's a reasonable, convenient fast charger somewhere in your area where you could top off for a quick 10 minutes once in a while.
Mm-hmm. And we had the Volt. It was 40 miles a night, 110.
Very rarely used, and that was 10 years ago.
I
mean, I think you'd probably get 20% more than that with a better battery. Oh, okay. That's wrong one for this one. Well, okay. Coop it is. When discussing the new Toyota Lexus brand the other day, you mentioned it should have an onboard generator, which makes sense. When we had our Sprinter van built out, we had a secondary alternator installed to charge the van's lithium battery bank. It charges at about 200 amps when driving. Why hasn't this been done in a hybrid? I couldn't possibly tell you why this hasn't been done in a hybrid, but there are like heavy duty Sprinter and like heavy duty Ford and GM vehicles that have like high output alternators and stuff. But I don't know why. Like, why would a hybrid need it? What is? Like, I'm not like why is he asking why why there isn't a self-generating hybrid? What I don't really understand.
I don't know either.
Question.
I think he's asking why there aren't twin alternators in more cars, maybe. But I would just say that
a lot of drag. I mean, it's
a lot of drag.
And it would generate
complexity,
more power than you need.
Takes up more space. I mean, the OEMs are always going to use, as much as they need, but not more. So if they can design the system, the hybrid system, to operate fine with one alternator and charge at the rate that they like, then that's what they're going to go with. Otherwise, two alternators, now you need extra belts, you need more service life, all these other things. So if they don't have to do that, they won't do it. And they also capture regen, in most of these cars through the braking, right? Yeah. So that's how they charge versus your Sprinter doesn't have regen.
Right. Clapped and Busted says, what's the worst cleanliness? I've talked about this a bunch. Back in the day, it was a brand new Audi and someone left a seafood chowder in the trunk, which spilled, and the car had to be totaled. It was fucked up. I have no idea what Randy's question is.
I don't know who that is.
It's a request for a guest, but I have no idea who the guest is.
They make it's America's smallest electric truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dre from Houston says, I've got a tuned 600 horsepower 992 Carrera S, which is 75% of the way to Flat Six's 992 Carrera T we tested. Question, do you get that type of build or a 992 turbo? Depends if you want to drive stick.
Mostly. Do you need all-wheel drive?
Yeah, and if you want all-wheel drive. I mean, what do you want? What do you want the end result to be? If you're just talking about like, if you don't care about driving stick, meaning if you're open to PDK and if you want all-wheel drive, you should just get a 992 turbo. I mean, just get the best one that Porsche offers. I mean, what made the car that we drove cool was that it was that type of acceleration and thrust, but in the lighter rear-wheel drive manual transmission package. And the engine and stuff is apparently robust enough to take it, which is pretty cool. But that's going to be a far different thing than an actual Turbo S.
Yeah.
Okay. Fully Loaded Diaper says, I wear size 13 boots daily, and I'd rather not switch to driving shoes when driving manuals. My 1997 Mitsubishi Evolution 4 had a narrow pedal box, while a 2024 BMW M2 I drove felt much more comfortable. Is a pedal box with primarily classic versus modern difference in this, or does it depend on more factors? Wait, is that Evo a right-hand drive car?
Probably Evo 6. Evo 4.
Evo 4. If Evo 4 is our only right-hand drive, that will make a big difference. If you have big feet, a right-hand drive pedal box could be problematic for you. So if you're talking about a car from the 90s and a right-hand drive pedal box versus a car from the 2010s and a left-hand drive pedal box, that will be a huge difference, mainly just because of the way the dead pedal's laid out, like because of what you have.
Well, here's a left-hand drive version.
Is that left-hand drive?
Yeah. So
okay.
I guess there's both.
Look, that pedal box does look a little narrow even in left-hand drive. Okay, so I guess this says left-hand drive conversion.
Oh.
So I don't think they're factory left-hand drive, although nice-looking conversion there. Could have fooled me.
Yeah.
I guess lesser ones maybe were made in left-hand drive.
Here's other
Yeah,
JDM
dude,
4.
right-hand drive cars are going to feel tighter no matter what. Also, Evo 4s are pretty small.
They're small cars, but you also have transverse engine, and then you also have, I don't know the architecture outright, but like you have a transaxle situation that's sending the power. Like there's just more shit under there versus the M2. It's very simple. It's a longitudinal engine. That means it's narrower. Yeah. And then you have the trans going to the drive shaft to the back. It is also a newer car. I mean, newer cars are just bigger than older cars. I mean, this is a new M2 that's
it's a lot
30,
bigger.
Almost 30 years newer.
Yeah,
Cars can be a lot bigger. So.
Yeah. I mean, I have to put on different shoes to drive certain cars. I have to take off my shoes to drive certain cars. And that's, and I have a size 12, not even a 13. So, you know, I'm like the shoes I'm wearing right now are these big, like elephant feet New Balances. Like I can pretty much only drive like luxury sedans wearing those. To drive any sports car, I have to wear these different New Balances that are narrower, and to drive like the Countach or anything is pretty much barefoot.
A new M2 is 8 inches wider than an Evo 4. That is a ton. I mean, that's all the shoe you have. You know, that's
a
plenty.
ton.
Yeah,
that's a ton. Yeah. Good question, though. Dakar, all the Porsches says, driving Meredith, the 918 on the road and track event is going to be epic. 918s are currently listed for sale around $3.3 million. That's, first off, that's fucking crazy. Listen, these are cool cars, but hell no on a 918. I can tell you this before I drive it. For $3.3 million, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, the competition at that price.
Fucking fierce, dude.
Singer.
That's a singer and a zinger.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a zinger.
Yeah. Ooh, you can get both.
Yeah, $3.3 million, you're dailying a Singer Turbo, and you're weekending a zinger.
Yeah, multiple Carrera GTs. Yeah. Or a GMA T33.
The question is there a point at which you would say no to an opportunity like this because the car is too expensive? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not have to financially underwrite this car, which is, you know, a privilege. But if I did, I can't do the job. Like, that just doesn't happen. That's when the cars are owned by manufacturers, they're insured by the manufacturers. This is a NOM. There are rules. I'm not allowed to take it on the track, which is totally understandable. Little bit of a bummer, but totally understandable. But outside of that, no, I mean, the car's insured, and I know I'm not going to do anything stupid with it. So I think it'll be good times. I hope it'll be good times. LeBron James. Okay, interesting. Thoughts on the L300 Delica compared to the L400 Delica? The turbo diesel is only rated 86 horsepower from the factory, which seems too slow to get out of its own way. Well, I have an L300 Delica. I've had it for 6 years, since 2019. And like, yeah, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's not undrivably slow, but it's slow. It tops out at around 70. But it does matter if you're like by yourself in it, you know, or like 2 people in it, then it's not so bad. If you have like 6 people in it, then it's like pretty bad. But it's like, it's very fuel efficient, and in an urban setting, it's like totally fine. It's 86 horsepower, but it's 135 pound-feet of torque, which in a diesel, that's really the number. And it doesn't weigh much. Having said that, the L400, the rounder one, drives way better. That just drives like a normal car. Like, but it also like looks like a normal car. Like, nobody wants a Delica because it looks like nobody wants just like they're cool because of how they look. The 300's the space van, all that. The cat, like, it's a vibe. It's a style. Like, I mean, if you want the better driving one, like, yeah, get an L400. But like, they don't look that cool. They just look like Mazda MPVs or Dodge Caravans from the same era, just like round 90s van. Have you looked up an L400? Have you seen L400? Look up an L400 Delica. They're not ugly. They're just not like, I don't know, cool. Yeah. The 400 is a front engine design. It's not a cab over design. So it's like, I mean, it's not an ugly van, but it just looks like a normal 90s van instead of a cab over.
That's true. I think it's kind of cool looking. But yeah, it's definitely more traditional.
Mm-hmm. It's not ugly, but it's not like we bought the Delica for like the vibe, not like Hannah saw the L400 and I was like, this one drives more normal. And she's like, that's boring. I don't
The 400 looks like a short nose Windstar.
It does.
Yeah.
Those L400s do drive nice though. They have a lot more power, a lot more torque, and a very smooth transmission.
I mean, this looks like a good time. Slow time.
Yeah, they're all right. No, the 400s are all right. They just don't look that cool. Go ahead and go to the interior. Like the interior is very normal. If they have a shot of the interior. Oh boy. Allow the cookies. Always allowing the cookies.
Yeah. Wow, wood ceiling. I mean,
teaked it out. All right, well, that's how you make one of those cool. This is a full like camper build.
Yeah, this is a very
cool
serious
truck.
overland
Whoever
build.
built this fucking thing, that is cool. But I don't think they're as interesting. Mustang GTD's nuts. Best and worst car-themed gifts you've ever received.
The best is I got a torque wrench from a girl I dated in college, and I still use it. Yeah. And it's not an expensive one, but I think it's still pretty accurate. And yeah, that was the best thing that came out of that relationship.
I've gotten some like really cool vintage movie posters. Look, Donnie gave me that Ferrari book, which was unbelievable. And it came in an engine like crate, and I turned the entire thing into a coffee table. The entire display. It looked like an engine inside of a crate. The Taschin Ferrari book. That was gorgeous. That might be the coolest the coolest car gift I've ever gotten. I don't know about worst. I mean, people give me so many Hot Wheels of my own cars, which like fine, I'll re-gift them to kids. But like the number of times I've gotten like a Hot Wheels of a car I already own.
Yeah,
I'm like I got the real one.
Got some layer. Oh, my friend gave me a shifter for my car, which is very nice because mine was like bubbling and gross. And that was a very good gift. Yeah.
I've never gotten a truly bad car gift, but the Stig's Laotian cousin. Oh no, my girlfriend has 2 large dogs whose drool has damaged the paint on her Bronco. I've tried cutting polish. It doesn't seem to be doing the job. Any idea on how to fix this? I'm treating it like hard water stains. You may need a professional correction.
Ooh.
I mean, like you might need a wet sand. Like if someone brought it to me, I would have Derek Bemis in here to color sand it, and that would probably do it. That's what we would do. That's what we do with hard water. So I don't recommend trying to wet sand your own car if you don't already have the skill. Larry probably has a really good video on it. And you probably won't damage it more than the dog drool, honestly. But
I guess dog drool is slightly alkaline.
Yeah, but it may be time to call in a professional.
Yeah.
You absolutely will need a heavy duty polisher, if not color sanding. And for that kind of shit, I would say call a professional. Charlie, quirks and features. Oh.
They've been here for a while.
Okay.
Well, for about 3 weeks.
All right. I have an Audi A6 that I got almost basically brand new for half price. I'd like to do a few mods, but have an aftermarket warranty. What are some safe mods and no mods you can think of?
Well, safe is always suspension and stuff.
Suspension, wheels and tires.
That never voids things.
Yeah.
You just don't want to modify. You don't want to add power because then they'll say that voids the powertrain warranty.
Yeah. Light cut, you could do, like the clear corner markers, little cosmetic stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, dude, you're rolling an A6, like it's a nice car, but like let's not pretend it's something it isn't. You're going to get limited improvements from.
What engine is it? 3T or is it? No, it's like 2.0.
I think most of them are the 3.0.
Okay.
If you're in America, if you're in other countries, you get the 2.0 and a diesel. I don't know if there's a bigger engine. I think they're all 3.0 Ts, but.
I think it goes back to the question is always, what do you want to do with the car?
Yeah.
So if you just want it to be different, You can do that with wheels and tint.
Yeah.
And like that.
Like mild lowering. Springs.
Mild lowering, but not, don't make it uncomfortable. And then
Yeah.
you've got a great looking like luxury sedan.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to try to make a race car, do it with something else.
Yeah. Vision 2002 is considering
This is a lot.
Oh, wow. Okay. A motor swap for his BMW 2002. Okay. I've done some bolt-ons. Maybe I'm at 125 horsepower. Still hungry for more. The most common swaps are the 325i 6-cylinder, the 318 4-cylinder, the F20 series from the Honda S2000, or an S14 from the E30 M3. Leaning towards the M20, which is the inline 6. Am I wrong? So our friend Ali has a 2002 with a hot rod S14 in it that is like a riot. Having said that, a stock S14 is probably not worth the money it would cost you.
I agree.
The 318i is not enough gain that it's worth putting in. The M20 is a pretty good idea, but I would consider, if you're getting an engine already, to do a 2.7 stroker crank on it, because why the fuck not? If the engine's already out of the car. It's just going to be a few different parts.
There's a lot of bolt-ons for the M20. It's such a known thing. It's a really strong engine and a very reliable engine, and that's a good choice. I don't know how it will affect the weight. I don't know what the weight of the stock engine is, the M10 versus the M20. I don't know if it'll change the weight balance at all.
I wouldn't do the F20 from the S2000, but maybe a K24. I mean, if you could K-swap it, that thing would fucking rip.
Well, and that and the F20, I think, would both sound like hot S14s.
Yeah.
But in theory, be cheaper and maybe more reliable. The
I'd rather
S14s
have
seem to
the
be finicky
displacement for this car versus just the 9,000 revs. Like fucking the S2000s made no torque.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have a fucking K-swap in an S2000, to be honest with you. Because you could get a sick fucking race K-swap, K24, and make like 280. It would fucking rip. I don't know about the weight. I agree with you. But if the weight isn't too fucked up, I'm M20 followed by K series.
I think that's a good choice. I think the F20 would be rad, though. It would be fun.
Lump lingered last in line for brains. That is
that's a Pot USA reference, right?
Yeah, best line written by a band I can't fucking stand. They wrote a bunch of terrible songs and one really good line, and that's it. I'm lucky enough. Oh wow, I'm lucky enough to have some spare time. So I'm putting us on the spot here. So I volunteer at my local food bank every week. Do you do any work in your community? It depends what you call work. I give a lot of time and money to the animal shelter. Shout out to Peter Zippy Fund. Their open house is November 8th. If anybody wants to come meet some kittens with me down in Hermosa Beach. That's most of what we do. During the fires, we did a little bit, and Hannah helps some of the elder ladies in our neighborhood and is on the board of our library.
I don't do enough. I'll say that. Like, I think about it often, but whatever. Good intentions are only worth so much. So
I give more money than time.
Same.
I give a decent amount of money, but like I don't have the fucking time. And Hannah, when she was not working, Hannah tried pretty hard to find organizations to volunteer at in LA. They were like not taking volunteers. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't volunteer for stuff. And certainly during the fires or any other kind of, short-term natural disaster or anything, like, volunteer for sure. But like food bank type stuff, a lot of like, reaching out with seniors and troubled adolescents. I guess in LA they do get a lot of volunteers and really didn't like need Hannah, which sort of made her like a little sad, because she needed something to do at the time. But yeah, if you can, you should. Degenerate. One take OG here. Remember the white Jeep with the machete? Oh yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, if there had been a Top Gear America or similar format show you had been a part of, who would you have wanted to be your co-host to put on the most entertaining show? Dude, I mean, I thought we were kind of there. Like, no offense to Spinelli, but I would have, it was me, you, and Harris. Like, that would be my show, pretty much.
That'd be amazing.
I don't need a lot more than that. I think it would have been a good fucking time.
I think Alex Roy was also very good on that show because he was the James May kind of, character.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun too.
He was really good on that show.
Yeah,
I was very impressed.
Me, you, Alex, and Chris would be pretty fun.
Sign it up.
Yeah.
NBC Sports is coming back.
I would do one with Fenske and Chris also. I would do that.
Yeah, Fenske's great.
Yeah, he'd be a high quality nerd.
I think Top Gear has shown you can't have three people that are exactly the same. Like you need some overlap, but also some separation.
Yeah,
or three circles can't be one circle. Mr.
Who else would I put on that? I don't know. I think that would be fun, though. I don't know if that format still, works, though.
T-Pain.
Yeah?
T-Pain.
He is fucking pretty cool.
Yeah, he's really cool. Funny.
He can drive. Yeah.
But he wasn't embedded in the world for such a long time. So I think a wild card.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Someone who was not an auto journalist for a long time would be fun.
Yeah. That would be fun. Very nice. Can you scroll down, please? Zach's Burble-tuned Metro says, I just got a 1990 Corvette ZR1, 22,000 miles, California car, new, for under $25,000. Wow. Do you think if Chevy had made the exterior more special, they would be more collectible now? I just think C4s are not collectible. I mean, as the collectibles they should be. I mean, excuse me. I think with the ZR1, they're such sleepers. I mean, for those who know, the ZR1 is the coolest wide body kit of all time because it's not a wide body kit. They fucking cut the car the long way down the middle and stretched it from the middle. That's the bossiest shit ever. It's a non-wide body wide body. And the only way you can tell is you have to punch in on the license plate and look at the black spacers in between the license plate and the park and the reverse light.
Here.
That is the wide body. It's the fucking dopest slippery shit ever. Have you ever driven a C4 ZR1?
No.
They drive so good, especially the quote .2, the 94, 95s. They rip, and the fucking steering is unbelievable.
I think, but to Burble-Tune's question, if they had made it, a little bit more extreme on the exterior, if you look at these other ones below it.
Yeah, like the C7 ZR1.
The C7 is very extreme, but the C6, not that much. They didn't change that much.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of the generations, it was always subtle because they're starting with the base car. That's what they can work with. And I think the C7, tall wings had become kind of in vogue, profitable, whatever. They were all over the place, trickling down from Koenigsegg, so they could make it look more extreme. But look at this thing.
Well, once GT3 RS is, once you had the full on acceptance, and in fact, the market rush onto the GT3 RS, everyone was like, oh wait, we can put just race car shit on these things now.
That's a good point.
Let's go. Having said that, dude, that car, it probably feels really nice. They're rattly, but whatever. But what a fucking deal. That would be the perfect car to do one of those DWA rallies or any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Great target top comes off. Fabulous driving experience. Oh, I have nice cams. Do you know the answer to this question?
I have no idea.
You're asking. That's an advanced engineering
ask the forum
question.
that question.
Yeah, that's a forum question. I have no clue. Domesticated Jaguar XJS. Which of your cars does the best burnout? Probably your M3.
Out of all of our cars?
I guess my Porsche would. Oh. I have never done a burnout in my Porsche.
And you don't have. Do you own a front engine car right now? My brain is
the Vanquish, I guess, if I wanted to do.
Oh wow! So your cars would probably hook up too much. So
Yeah, I mean, the NSX would not do good burnouts.
my car, once I put the all seasons on it, would. Right now, they're way too sticky. I would surely snap something.
Yeah. I haven't, that Turbo S was like the first burnout I'd done in a really like a minute.
We don't do them often enough. They're so fun.
And what's crazy is like someone asked me to do one in the GTD at Performance Car of the Year for the video, and like we forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were just busy and completely forgot. Do I want to answer that question?
We don't have to. I feel like Larry talked about it on our show of like he's just trying to talk about the cars of the places he goes.
Yeah, I think Choonhound wants to know about Larry Chen, trying to get access to the Brunei car collection, and the argument is that Prince Jeffrey's not a good guy, and I understand that, and I don't think I would personally go to Brunei and try to do that, but the Brunei car collection thing, if you are a man of a certain age coming up in sort of the early internet, those cars was like City of Gold shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I realized
it was the Rainbow Shake collection, but just a few years earlier.
Yeah.
Because now that's the story.
And the cars were like mythical. Like they were built for this guy, but they were like not cars that were even sold to the public. It's all coach built stuff and it's squirreled away somewhere, like, and he had to give it up, but like where is it? Like and yeah, I mean I'm not gonna pretend to know the ins and outs of the political situation over there. I know they're like authoritarian and not great, but I'm not going, and I understand where the comment comes from. I totally do. Same with the people who went to Saudi and did the comedy thing.
Right.
Like, I kind of like, it's one of those things where like, I'm not going to knock your hustle. And if you tell me that you can overlook that shit and it's about like, it's about the cars, okay, but I wouldn't have done that. But it wasn't bad enough where I'd be like, Larry, I really don't think you should have done that. He's an adult. He can make his choices, and I'm sure his fans will have been critical, some of them, of that. And, he's a grown-up, knows what he's getting into. I understand the allure, though. I mean, and he was just like, "Can I see the cars?" It wasn't Kim Jong-un, and in America, I don't think the badness of Brunei is really a thing that's really like taught.
Yeah, I know very little about it.
Like, I think you could be somewhat ignorant of Brunei and want to go see the cars in Brunei.
Well, I think he went. I can't remember if it was about this trip or a different one, but sometime in the last 6 months, Larry did a post on Instagram about like getting pushback from people about where he's going. And he's like, I'm just trying to focus on the cars I'm seeing and the car culture. I'm not trying to do a documentary on the politics of the country.
Yeah.
So,
which is a statement,
right?
And you can then disagree with that. I say all the time that cars are political.
People used to.
But he's doing his thing, and so I'm not going to like knock his hustle. And with the Saudi one is interesting because, like, yes, MBS was paying a ton of money for it, and I would absolutely not go. I got invited to go to the Saudi SEMA, and I turned down a huge amount of money to go to that. For me, compared to the numbers I was hearing about for this, it was peanuts. But like, we now live in an authoritarian country, and I would not want artists that I love to not come perform for me because of Trump. I would understand if they didn't want to, like fucking Bad Bunny. Fuck yeah, dude. Exclude America and make $1 billion. Fucking rock on. But I'm not a fan of Bad Bunny. So his music anyway, like I'm not a fan. So I don't really give a shit if he doesn't come to America. But if it was Oasis, for instance, like didn't want to come to America because of Trump, like, you know, I would understand, but I'd be bummed. So like, I think, you know, if you said, oh, I want to go, the people of Saudi, it's not their fault,
Right.
you know, that they're under the system and I'm performing for them. I could kind of see that, you know, even though the money is coming from MBS, and that would feel gross. Maybe I'd donate the money.
Sure.
You know, once I got home, I would donate the money to something else. Like, that's the boss move, right? Go perform for the people, take the money, and then fucking give it to a righteous cause. Like, that would be a good move.
Trevor Noah had a really good. He was doing comedy. It's on YouTube. You can see it. But he was doing like Comedy Cellar, I think, and he was doing Q&A after his set. And it was right when the Saudi Comedy Festival happened, and they said, "What's your opinion of this?" And he's like, "Well, I have a pretty unique position because I literally have traveled the world doing stand-up, which not a ton of people have." He's like, "Americans are very lucky in being able to say whatever you want." He's like, "Most countries I perform in, there are rules." He's like, "When I go to India, people will ask me before I go up, they're like, 'Hey, are you going to talk about the PM?' And he's like, maybe." And they go, "Ooh, we'll see what happens." Like, that was specifically what he mentioned. So it's all, his take was like, it's hard to knock someone's hustle. You don't know what their financial situation is. Also, the glass half full is, by doing comedy there, is it a sign that that country is, you know, warming and changing its ways and heading in a more progressive direction, because they wouldn't have had this at all maybe 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
And while they had very strict rules they gave the comedians about what they could not joke about, he kind of throws some shade at the U.S. He's like, we're in a situation now where journalists are getting banned access for saying the wrong things, or Jimmy Kimmel got canceled for a certain amount of time for literally making the gentlest of jokes, in my opinion. So it's just kind of like, what's your perspective that usually, you know, informs your opinion. So it was
the
a
boss
really good
move
take.
would be to perform and then give the money to
For
the
sure.
cause.
Yeah.
That would be the boss move.
Yeah.
Gin and Taconic State Parkway, my favorite combination. One and then the other, you pick which. Was the Integra Type R a flop? Was it the MSR Premium that caused its downfall, or something else? It was not a flop, but the late 90s was when all of those Japanese cars got really expensive. Mm-hmm. The Supra, the 300ZX, the RX-7, and the Integra Type R, and the 3000 GT. I'm sure there must be something else, but all of those cars really started to creep up, like past like 50,000, like high 40s, and then like a C4 Corvette, a C5 Corvette, when in 97 came in at 48,000 with like unbelievable performance and an all new engine. Fucking and there was and a couple, the new Mustangs, the new Camaro, like they really got priced out of the American market. It wasn't just the Type R though. It was like the whole reign of super premium Japanese sports cars.
Let's see, a 99 Type R, the MSRP was $23,000. Is that right? Or maybe 30.
What year? 97?
99.
That seems low, doesn't it? I don't know if they sent very many Type Rs to the American market. Like, I literally I think the Type R in America was a pretty limited import. Like, I think they sold every single one that they could get into America, but there just weren't all that many of them.
Probably. And then they went away for 2001. They came back. The MSRP was $25,000. And then, you know, once the collectors caught on to them, they got real expensive in the last 8 years.
Don't forget, they got real cheap too for a minute. I mean, there was a time when you could get them for like $10,000.
Yeah, very true.
And they were getting fucking stolen all over the place. Okay, 2-car solution help, please. I want to get rid of my SUV and get a smaller car that's fun and still reliable. My second car is a lightly modified 128i with higher miles. Fun and still reliable? I mean,
Miata.
Well, a smaller car, it shouldn't be smaller than the second car. It should probably be a little more practical than that.
Oh, instead of the SUV.
Instead of an SUV, I'm guessing it should be a sedan or hatchback of some kind. Well, without knowing a budget here, and I mean, I mean, your obvious answer is a GTI or some kind of hatchback type thing.
I mean, it's hard. We have no budget, so,
No
so we have a
budget.
high mile 128.
Oh wait,
so.
is that? Oh, budget overall is 40K. Oh, that the
Oh,
bold.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I did that.
Zach did some
I thought it was a
formatting
name.
issues that made it look like that was the next person's username.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. We have options here. Sorry, thank you. Option A: get a Civic Si and use the extra money for a refresh on the 128i, so I'm more confident using it more often. That sounds like a good, smart plan.
Yep.
Option B: spend a little more on a GR Corolla or used M240i, and still use the 128i on special trips.
Well, the M240i, I think if you had an M240i, you would never drive the 128.
Yeah, I agree. That
they
invalidates that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think, what if you got a GR Corolla and then did a partial refresh on the 128i? Because I'd rather commuting. Civic Si is a nice commuter car.
Yes, it is. It's real
Might
comfortable.
be a better commuter car than the Corolla, actually.
I think it definitely is.
Yeah.
I think it's longer wheelbase. It's quieter for sure.
Good seats.
Yeah.
Good shifter.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a really good car. You might, honestly, if you got a Civic Si, you would probably find yourself driving the 128 less.
Here's the only thing I'll say about the Civic Si that might not be the jam. If you go up big mountains, it's not very fast. Whereas the Corolla is like pretty fast. Like
True.
If you live in a pretty flat-ish area, the extra power doesn't really make a difference. But in up a big mountains, Colorado, something like that, the Corolla's power would make a difference. Thank you for the thoroughness of your question, though. I'm sorry I doubted you initially. We've already solved that problem. Trav hit me. Thoughts on the Seiko Rotocall? It's a somewhere between a Seiko and a G-Shock. I think it's cool. I'm not into digital watches that much. I think it's cool looking. It's octagonal. It has a cool bracelet, a metal case. I think it's a nice looking watch, actually. If you're into digital watches, I think the 3 color profiles are cool. Mm-hmm. The bracelet looks an awful lot like the bracelet on the Canyon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I have nothing negative to say about it. I am just not that into digital watches. I got into watches for a different reason.
I think it's got some panache
Yeah.
on the bezel, despite being a digital watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I haven't held one, but it does look cool. Last one, and then we're done. Tim A says, is there a price point where a depreciated Bentley Bentayga becomes an appealing used luxury value? I think yes.
Of course.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Depends on reliability, how much you have to spend on repairs, all that stuff.
Ideally extended warranty situation. I mean, if you get a low mile used one for $1.25, ooh, that's nice. I'd rather have a Bentayga than an Urus, probably, and I think I'd rather have a Bentayga than a Cayenne Turbo GT. I don't need a supercar. I don't need my SUV to be a sports car.
Once I'm inside the Bentayga, yes, I don't like the way they look. But for a thing to drive and commute in and cover long distance, I mean, they almost unbeatable.
By the time we go outside of this show, there's likely going to be one in the driveway.
Allegedly.
It's
been delayed a few
This has
times.
been the ultimate rescheduled press load with the new Bentayga Speed. I don't even know what color it is. But yeah, dude, I mean, look, towing, I wrote in my piece for Road and Track, you can get W12 Bentaygas with low miles for like $85,000, $90,000. And that's a pretty good, and you can tow 6,000, 7,000 pounds with these things. Like, there is an argument that is a better deal than like an F-150 or something platinum.
Yeah.
Because it's dope the rest of the time too.
It's true.
All right, that's our show. By the time this goes up to the public, the Roof Rodeo video will be up. Yes.
Yeah.
Or are we putting that on hold?
We're pausing that for Turbo.
Oh, we are. Okay. Turbo S is jumping Roof Rodeo. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Turbo S video will be up on the 28th, and article on Road and Track as well. I think that's
I think that's it. Yeah. I'll be in Korea, and then I come back and you go away.
Fuck. Yeah. Have we figured this out?
Yeah.
We did the math.
We have a lot
right?
of
That's
things
why
scheduled.
we're doing these things. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool. Oh, and then and then we've got Wob coming in from Bring a Trailer. So patrons can put your questions up there. That'll be fun with Rob Dietz. All right. Thanks, boys and girls. See you later. Bye.